Welcome to the Hoppothetically podcast with Nikki Downtown and Fat Nate. We provide thoughtful and correct answers to probably the most important questions in the world. I'm a New York City-based comedian. Nathan is a New York City-based dyslexic. Thank you so much for being here. We hope you enjoy the show. Hoppothetically, episode 61. We are back. Nathan's back. Woo. Nathan, it's been about 2 months since you've done the podcast. You think you still got it? No. All right.
Woo!
Catch us up. 2 months. So last time we talked, it was a couple weeks before Christmas. How is it going since then? I haven't seen you once since then.
Yeah. The two big things that happened is John Bernthal really bothered me. He really upset me. And then outside of that...
For the listeners who don't know, who is John Bernthal?
John Bernthal is a guy from Punisher.
From The Punisher.
Yeah, he's like the dude that was the Punisher. And I punished the Punisher on a train one time. That was pretty...
Tell me that story.
So I was on the train, in the quiet car, doing work. And there was a guy on the phone between the quiet car and the next car, just talking really loudly and being annoying. And when I finally looked up, as I was going to say something, I realized it was John Bernthal. I don't know what he was doing. I think he was talking to somebody. I don't know why, but it was super loud and really annoying. And he was sitting right by where the quiet car is, right by the door. And so it's an automated door. So it kept opening and closing. So every 2 minutes the door would open and you would hear loudly John Bernthal on a call, and then it would close again. And he did it for a half hour to 45 minutes. So then when he sat down, instead of me going hey, that was rude, don't do that, I got on my phone and called someone, and then got right next to the door where his chair was, talking on the phone for an hour, and then I would occasionally cross the car so that I'd get right next to him and just be really annoying.
You should have... Did you say John Bernthal? You should have been watching the door, and then you would say most of his name. You'd be John Byrne, and then he's and you're Burnberry, right as you... As I was saying, Bernthal
has the fucking worst nose.
Yeah, is John Bernthal famous enough where he gets to be loud in the quiet car? I think he's on the line. Also,
but it wasn't a real Disney show. It was a Netflix Disney show. If he was on a Disney Plus show, you can do whatever you want to me. But Netflix Disney show?
Yeah. Do you think you're allowed to masturbate in the quiet car?
Quietly.
It's the quiet car.
Yeah. Soft moans.
Are you masturbating? Shh. That's not the point of the quiet car. You're beautiful, by the way.
I think it's soft moans.
Yeah.
You're jerking off, and just the guy next to you is hold it.
Yeah. You can edge in the quiet car, but
no jerking off.
Well, because you might bust too loud, so you gotta.
Yeah, because when you bust, your dick makes it loud, oh.
Yeah. Like a balloon deflating quick.
Mm-hmm. Or just a.
Yeah. John Byrne. I didn't watch The Punisher, but I did watch The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Where he played that guy.
Yeah, I could have talked about how it's fucked up to I was dude, I it. I could have.
Gotta get your sea legs
back.
Yeah.
I could have, when the doors were opening and he could hear me, I could have talked about how fucked up it would be if I was in a zombie apocalypse and I started fucking my friend's wife.
I think you should have just pretended to be a zombie. Whenever John Bernthal's annoying, you just and you try to bite him.
And then right when I get to biting,
and then they're shh, and you're Being a quiet zombie is intimate.
Yeah, and then when you bite him, you do it really softly because you need to be quiet. What's been up with you? 2 months? What do you got?
Well, my favorite thing that's happened recently is Mom came and visited, and she hasn't slept in several decades, so she doesn't remember the word for anything. She was asking my girlfriend if she wanted a Red Bull and could not think of the word for Red Bull, so she just goes, "Do you want wings?" Could you imagine? You think you're about to get chicken wings, and then it's one can of Red Bull. And you're oh, yeah, the commercial. And she's yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was finally able to become an angel, and then...
Yeah, but then on the other hand, why would she have chicken wings walking on down the sidewalk? That's a fun goof. If you're at a bar that has both Red Bull and chicken wings, which many do you want wings? And they go, oh, that'd be great. Yeah, are you going to have some? Yeah, maybe. And then you bring back 2 Red Bulls.
You would audibly laugh at that?
Yeah. That'd be hilarious. If someone really did that and then was oh, I'm sorry, I thought...
I think I would be you should go get me chicken wings.
No, because I didn't offer chicken wings. I offered wings, which is what Red Bull gives you.
Or you're do you want wings? And then they come back and it's a dead bird's torn off wings.
Do you think there's anybody... I don't like that. I'm going to ignore that one. Do you think there's anybody, though, who heard Red Bull gives you wings and calls Red Bull, and they're like, "Where's my fucking chicken wings? I ordered your drink, and I'm still hungry. I have all this energy. I've been up for hours, starving. Where's the wings? You promised me wings.
It's an 8 or 12 pack. What am I getting?
I want spicy teriyaki.
They only have the crusted Parmesan.
Oh, those are the worst. Those are the worst.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Dude, you know, here's something that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I
would like to hear a 1.5 hour thing that's funny. That would be helpful.
Yeah,
and then I will not edit the podcast and we'll just post the 1.5 hour funny thing.
Yeah. So when I first joined my current job, you know how you get like, sometimes you take like a picture for like your ID badge or whatever the fuck. So I took the picture for it and I look like shit. I look way too fat and I haven't shaved and my like actual like hair looks bad. And Nor took the picture and was like, dude, you should take a new photo. Like you should go get cleaned up and take a new photo. And I was like, no one ever looks at this. And no one had for years. And then the other day, my manager at the end of the meeting was just like, okay, now that we've all figured out what we're doing this week, I'm just gonna go on the actual like app real quick with all of our ID badges, and he just started roasting everyone.
That's
and when
awesome.
he got to me, he was like, dude, you look so fucking ugly, dude. And I was like, yeah, man. He was like, why are you so like unkept and gross? And I was like, I don't know. And then the worst part was I had to go tell Nor, and she was just so fucking smug about it, dude.
That's great. There should be a show where you roast people's ID badges and then someone gets fired.
And then the worst part was at the very end of all this, we have to put in like our daily information. Usually it's like what you did yesterday, what you're going to do today, and things that are blocking you. And for the things that were blocking me for that day, it'd be like bullying. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, dude, you bullied us.
What blocked you today? Well, I'm so ugly I couldn't get work done. Yeah. Someone finally saw how ugly I am, and I've not been productive. You ever seen hentai porn?
No, that's a lie. I've seen it.
Yeah, what? That's a clip. I've started doing a bit now where if like a nothing moment happens, I just go, that's a clip.
Oh, I was really excited. I thought you were going to clip it.
I will clip it, sure. Okay. Where you lied about watching hentai porn. I saw one the other day. It was just a comic though, but there was a lot of talking, and I skipped most of it. I didn't even jack off. I was so irritated at how much filler there was in their porn thing and exposition and character development that I went and did something else.
Did I ever tell you that at one point I was worried I was watching too much porn, so I started doing like reading porn where there isn't actual visual.
I've done that.
Yeah. I did started doing reading porn because I was like, oh, it's less stimulating, it will fix the problem. But I have severe dyslexia, so I would entirely go flaccid trying to read certain sentences over and over again.
And the stories are like totally different.
Yeah, nonsense.
They didn't have sex once. It was really esoteric and absurd.
Yeah, and they kept repeating the same sentence over and over again. I really struggled to do it. It was mostly a reading comprehension quiz.
Yeah, there was those porn scenes where she says "fuck me, daddy" 108 times. Yeah, and you're like, "Do it,
yeah,
daddy, do it."
Yeah, and then it's like "fuck me, daddy," "fuck me, babby," "fuck me, baddie." Just can't get the B and the D right. It was horrible. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. But when I came, it was like perfect for edging. Like 2 hours later, when I read the first page of it,
you're so frustrating.
Yeah, and when they finally got to having sex, I was like, oh.
When they finally got to what I think may have been having sex, but they also could have been in a shed building something. I don't know.
You know what? In fact, I don't think it was a porn. I think it was just reading a book.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out it was the Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah, it was vigorously masturbating. Yeah. I should have known. I was like, there's way too many talking lions for normal porn.
I accidentally just kicked over the bottle of whiskey. Luckily, it had the top on, so it didn't spill. But honestly, what happened is I kicked it over, realized in my mind it was the bottle of whiskey, and refused to look. I was like, I can't handle if I just spilled that.
Yeah, that was a $50 bottle of whiskey.
Just that, and that we'd have to get up and clean it up. That was like too much for me now.
You would have to get up and clean it up.
Right. I was like, let's just keep podcasting. let's just. It's the Wet Sox podcast with Nick and Nathan.
Nathan lost $50.
Uh-oh.
Wet whiskey feet.
Yeah. Whiskey feet. Nickname in high school.
Whiskey feet?
Because I'm a bad dancer. Should we get to questions, Mr. Nathan?
Yeah, we can get to questions. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm excited to hear your first question back after 2 months.
Yeah.
Also, let us know, am I over-editing the podcast? If you are a video podcast watcher, are you finding my editing distracting and unwatchable, or just
Do you
get used to it?
Do you think Nick tries too hard and it's annoying?
I really try hard at the podcast, and I want to make sure it's fast and punchy because I think that's what we sell. But when for example, everything I'm saying now is going to be cut, definitely.
Yeah.
It's going to go from what's new with you to like some random point 10 minutes from now. Question 1. First question back in 2 months.
I don't know how much you know about, this is going to be super specific and niche. How much you know about H.P. Lovecraft lore? This is pretty dependent on that.
You actually do touch on this a lot, but
I like it a lot.
I know, some cosmic horror.
Okay. Do you know the concept of like Azathoth? And then he's like dreaming our universe?
Azathoth?
Azathoth. So Azathoth's a character in
I do
H.P.
know
Lovecraft
that there is a character
that he's dreaming our universe, and if he were to wake up, it would all collapse because it's a dream.
Right.
Okay, so the question's pretty simple. It's describe Azathoth's wet dream.
I immediately went to it's a wet dream.
Yeah. So what would it be if wet dream? If there was some deep ones that went deep. That's
it could
also
be
an
happening,
H.P. Lovecraft pun.
Because I imagine this character is like a squid-like Cthulhu-y monster. And there's so much of the ocean we don't know. I bet if you go deep enough, it's squids just like fucking. Like nasty squid. I mean, squids are already suggestive creatures. They're sort of sea vaginas. And just if you get deep enough, you would see just like a like a sort of amorphous, like a brain thing. And you'd realize it's like 80 squid.
Yeah. I like to...
And you would put a sonar, like something so you could hear through the water, and it would just be like, I'm a squid, you're a squid, we're all there's so many squids. That squid has a beard. There'd be one squid with a beard.
Yeah.
Because this is a dream, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the only thing that defies normal logic is the one squid in the orgy has a squid beard.
I like the idea that he's like one of those guys. It's like, yeah, I just like porn with a plot. And then he starts the video and it starts with the Big Bang happening. And he edges for 14 billion years. And then he's finally like, oh, there it is. Yeah. There's the species of thing that I... Just 14 billion years of watching an animal evolve to finally get something sexy.
Or what if he's dreaming our universe and he's at work right now? And they're going to be like, hey! And he's like, we're like, what? What were you fucking dreaming about? He's like, oh, nothing. And everyone's forgot. It's all of our second deaths at once because the boss is mad. And then he goes, what were you dreaming about? This is his Jewish girlfriend. Yeah. What were you dreaming about? And he's like, I don't remember anymore. I had to finish work. And then he just tells her about work. And that's that's the universe. That's the history of the universe. Is just I got a lead today, but they're starting to only count use cases as like a third of a lead. So why am I even buying? And
then he starts daydreaming.
Bible for the next universe.
He tries to remember what the dream was, and we all reappear for a moment. We're all fucking terrified and screaming.
We hug our loved ones for 1 second and then evaporate.
Yeah.
And all we can remember is leads. We gotta get more leads. If we get more leads, we'll live. Fuck, call. Who do we call? What do we sell? I don't know.
I try to think about what would be compelling enough to keep him, or not compelling enough to keep him asleep. Or if it is like a sex dream, how do we be sexy enough to keep him enthralled in the dream?
No, we don't want to be too sexy because he'll wet dream himself awake. I did that once.
Yeah, you got to be gayer so that he's less into it. Or if he is gay, less gay. We don't know.
I think you have to have it sexy so he's not distracted by that it suddenly was jarringly normal, but it has to, I think, ease out of a sex dream into a dream.
Yeah.
It'd be like literally doing a porn in reverse where we're like fucking and then you sort of like reveal what our jobs and occupations were that brought us together.
And then back to fucking because you have to get him
right a little bit, but then it's like every time people announce more about their backstory, they fuck less and less.
But the thing is, he's not a human, so we got to wear crazy costumes to guess what he might look like, and then bang in the costume or be sexy in the costume.
That's what furries are doing.
Yeah, they're trying to figure it out.
Furries are saving the world.
Yeah, except for the one guy that's a fox. He's obviously not a fucking fox. You can take off your fucking outfit.
It's going to be something.
Yeah, crazier than a fucking... You're gross, dude. Fucking gross, dude. Fox guy's disgusting.
It is interesting that fox is a term to describe like an attractive person. Makes me think there was a guy who thought foxes were hot.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm saying you're hot.
Sexy fox, yeah.
Look at that fox.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about? That lady.
Yeah.
With the lady way over there.
With the red fur.
Bushy tail.
Yeah.
I mean, bushy boobs. Bushy red boobs that eat small rodents and vegetables.
It's so funny. Did you ever look up, I don't know if I told you this, but there was, when they made Cats the movie?
Yeah.
Furries came out and was like, this is actually not sexy to us, but here are the changes you should make to make it sexier for furry people. Like they did it.
They should have done that. Remember when the original Sonic the Hedgehog came out and it was disturbing? I wish the furries also weighed in. And they were like, yeah, no, the eyes and the weird mouth were fine. Here's his dick. We drew it.
I want
Well, yeah, but how will he run fast with all that drag? Oh, I don't care. If it changes the plot, that's fine. This is his muscular
I want
dick.
them to go to every movie and be like, here is how you would make it sexy for us. Here are the sexy things you should be doing in movies. And then we have them consult on the movies.
Sure.
We don't need it a lot better, but 10% better for furries.
It could be more inclusive.
Yeah, it could be more inclusive. You know, if we're going to go for kind of diversity quotas, I think furries has to make the cut at some level. There is some percentage of furries in America, and I want to see humanoid foxes have sex.
I saw a TikTok today that was a woman in a wheelchair responding to a comment of a guy saying that he wants to smell her chair. And she was like, all right, man, like really think about this. And she just in depth for about 45 seconds explained that because she's in a wheelchair, her ass is disgusting. She's like, does it look like there's ventilation? I never get up. Think about that. Think about how hard it is for me to wipe and clean. You think I do it all the time? You think I'm awesome about it? Do you? Like, it just like in depth that she has this stinky poopy
I really
butt.
like the idea that at the end it like while she's describing it, it pans out and you just see his dick getting harder and harder.
Yeah.
It's just
Even like so many comments like yes.
and then when
Keep
she
talking.
stops, a few more seconds.
Yeah, part two, like for part two.
Oh my god, keep describing it. And then he finally, after he busts, he smells like, oh, that's
God,
awful.
yeah,
that was truly terrible.
Yeah. This is dirty, Nathan. You're coming back dirty.
Yeah, I am coming back dirty. Well, I started with Azathoth's Wet Dream, which I did actually like that a lot. The Deep Ones reference is pretty good, but you totally missed it.
I heard you say it and then say that it was a good joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if that makes it into the episode or not. Hard to say at this point.
You gotta call your shots, you know? Yeah, you get it. I do like the idea that people that are like, oh, we're in the Matrix and stuff, and they realize it's just a dream for a guy that's going to come. Just how disappointing.
Sure.
Yeah,
What's the meaning of all this?
Yeah.
If you knew that we were in a wet dream, which also like, I mean, if no one's doing anything sexy, like you've defined it as a wet dream.
No, to him. But
there's some director out there that's like, this is supposed to be a wet dream, guys.
Get it going.
You're drying me out.
No, but what I'm saying, whatever it is. So the question's either you can
like we can make it a wet dream,
or you can say that the monster just this is what he's into.
Right. The culmination of all human, animal, plant, all life,
and the universe of black holes
sexy to
is
him.
So hot. Yeah.
Something. Yeah. The all of it threads together to just be good.
Could you imagine if it was just like squirrels?
Weird.
Yeah. It's just he just wanted to get the squirrels, but really had to do all this work to get there, to get his nut.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think the reason I've only had one wet dream is because I masturbate so frequently.
Yeah. I don't think I liked it.
No.
It felt as though I came in the dream, and then I woke up and I was like, oh, I did actually just come.
Would you take if they sold something that give you wet dreams? Would you take it?
Why would I take that?
To have wet dreams? I think I would.
Most of
and
your
they
dreams
would sell
are
adult diapers.
Most of your dreams are nightmares. So you would.
I have heard that, and I'm not sure if it's true.
I think so.
They say you're actually seeing horrifying stuff all night, and then you wake up.
You are,
and you forget.
No, because if I used to smoke a lot of weed and then I stopped, and when you stop taking weed is a dream suppressant. So when you stop, dreams are really vivid and you remember them. And for a while, I was having like crazy nightmares every night, like very vivid nightmares, because my dreams were coming back in full force. So you would be having these weird, it'd be like horror movies, but sexy horror movies. Just a bunch of Jennifer's body. It'd be awful. The directing and writing would be equally as bad.
There are a lot of plot holes in my dreams.
Yeah, a lot of plot holes. And
could you imagine if you were like,
do you
think movie critics wake up when there's plot holes in their dreams? Wait, no, you're not my math teacher.
Yeah.
You're my.
Yeah, I understand suspension of disbelief, but this is too much.
Yeah. 1 star. Back to bed.
Just the idea that if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, there's like a 200s Dan Dream number, whatever.
That'd be amazing. If a guy had a website where he wrote a synopsis of his dream, like which is what happened, and then from a second account rated it. 3 accounts. He rated like critic score and then like user score.
No, I like the idea that he just does the critic score. There's a bunch of random other people that have done the audience score.
We're like, fuck you, that's good.
I like
That's
that dream.
good. You're such a snob.
Yeah, dude, that dream was cool, dude. You should have came.
Yeah, I came. It's sexy for the whole family.
Like Finding Nemo meets Two Girls, One Cup. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's fine. I little something for dad, something for the kids.
Little poop play. Everybody's having a good time.
Kids think poop is funny. I personally think it's sexy. My wife left me 6 months ago. Hot for the whole family.
That's amazing.
All right, I got some upsetting ones. You ready?
That's good, dude. I feel like I went from that to this.
All right.
Should I have been more tame on the opening?
No. Just have fun. I think just be present. All right, what do you got?
This is kind of a scene, and you're just going to fill out the rest of the scene. But it's like you're one of the kids, It, from the movie It, is like trying to scare you. But in this world, It has been doing this for, it's been doing it for hundreds of years or whatever. And he's trying to push himself artistically. So he's doing more like avant-garde stuff. And it just like isn't working. Go. That's the whole question.
I go down my paper boat that I made, falls into the sewer.
Yeah.
You know, and I look down there, and there's just like a mime. It's just like,
yeah. When you're not scared, he's like, it's consumerism.
yeah.
You're not getting it. Like, keep watching. Give it a minute. You'll get it.
Yeah, it's like political cartoons. Yeah. There's like a very obese man with like a bunch of guns.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, I get is like you're being Republicans. He's like, that's a little reductive.
Like, dude,
let me eat you. Well, no, I'm not.
I understand you're trying to get into a political space, but just the fifth time I've seen Donald Trump, it isn't that scary anymore. It's a dead horse at this point.
Could you, like, if people really are that afraid of Trump, could you imagine an It and everyone just see It 3? It's just Trump.
Yeah.
You're scared. You're the most scared. I'm the scariest. I saw a bunch of fourth graders. They said, you're the scariest. You're the scariest I've ever seen. That's awesome.
What?
It 3. It can manifest your worst fear. Like it would be like It set in like Bushwick or something.
Yeah.
My poll numbers, they're the best they've ever been.
And then you realize
the Democrats are running a sort of hybrid of Kamala's head and Joe Biden's body. It's the worst candidate they've ever run.
Yeah. And you realize it's not. It's just. Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't. I was gonna say it was just Donald Trump walking around.
Well, the only one who could fight it is Donald Trump because he's the only one not afraid of Donald Trump. Or just all these Republicans would save the day.
You think so?
Well, they're not afraid of Trump. They're the only ones who aren't afraid of Trump. All the Trumpers.
But then it become Joe Biden.
Sure.
This is getting too political.
Go back to the avant-garde, sort of a Banksy It.
Yeah.
Well, he could, because he already did the red balloon. Like, remember there's the scene where a red balloon floats and then it pops and it's It. It would just be a red balloon and then it would be like just the girl. And you're like, oh, well, that's nice.
Little paper boat floats under the thing, and he goes to check it, and you see It, and he has like a big graphic of like warming temperatures over the last like 10 years.
Yeah, it's like a dying polar bear.
He's like, wait, is the polar bear supposed to be what's scary? He's like, no.
Or it's just like a full weird scene of like a couple with like sexual tension, but it's like sad and they're like speaking French.
Yeah, and then after like 5 minutes, the kid goes, I'm 8.
I'm not sure what's happening here. Well, you have to, and then it turns back into It. You have to wait. This is 2 hours.
Yeah.
This is the opening monologue.
Yeah. Can you at least make it so I can't smell it?
No.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Set in 1890s France. They didn't have deodorant, as you know. And now, shh.
Yeah.
Je vous avais. Oh, je te avant-garde It.
Yeah.
Eat. With a little accent mark on the eye.
You're not saying it right.
Yeah. I went down to the basement and there was just like so many sad Native Americans.
Yeah.
There was like a ton of them. Yeah. I don't know how they all fit in there.
There was I went down there and there was a clown with a bunch of lights and he was saying he was trying color. I don't know what that means, but I wasn't that scared. I don't know if even that was going for.
Yeah, I went downstairs into the spooky basement and I saw myself making out with another one of myself. I mean, I didn't like it. You know, it was weird, but it wasn't. Okay, I'm noticing it's not a lot of scare. It's a lot of scare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went downstairs and I expected a crocodile sort of monster. It was just a ticking clock in black and white. I guess it represented times past. I don't know. I mean, yeah, my parents are getting older, I suppose, and that is scary in a slower, more long-term sense. Is he going to eat me? Will you eat me?
Yeah.
There was a horrifying monster saying stuff to me, and there were subtitles also.
It was in Korean.
I think Korean horror movies are really scary, aren't
Yeah,
they?
I know.
They're like the scariest.
Yeah.
What if, all right, I'm going to put out a horror movie, but also at the theater to just enhance the experience. We squirt hot sauce in everyone's mouth. And they're just like,
We miss if you get some eyes.
Yeah, was it scary? It was crazy. Yeah. It was so scary and spicy.
I saw this guy slowly walk up to me and he was breathing out of his mouth really heavily, like, with a bottle of hot sauce.
Would that enhance movies? If like before the fight scene it pauses and it's like hot sauce.
Yeah,
squirt.
You like you one point you turned to me like, are you gonna spray that at me? And he's just like, yeah, that's.
Did you see that as it happened?
Yeah, I did.
It was a bad
I was
one.
gonna push through.
Okay,
I won't.
let's go to the next question. Nathan just drenched me with his spit.
Oh, your question. I did my question.
Okay.
I think I have better questions.
You remember the movie Osmosis Jones? I've only had one.
I think this one. Keep going. Let's see where this Osmosis Jones.
You remember the movie Osmosis Jones?
Is it a different kind of cell?
No. It's Osmosis Jones. So his first adventure, what was the disease for the first one?
Chlamydia?
No, I don't think so.
No. It's a virus.
It was a virus. He fights a virus. His second adventure, it's Osmosis Jones and Drex. Remember Drex?
Who's Drex?
Drax. What is it?
The pill guy?
It's the pill guy.
Yeah, you don't just say pill guy.
All right, it's Osmosis Jones, and his host is getting butt fucked. So there's like this thing the size of like New York City that comes in, and he's personified like so he's like, "Rah!" Like it's like a Godzilla movie, and then he's scary because he appears. But then he just like disappears and then reappears and then disappears.
From his mouth comes a giant white.
He breathes fire, but not the normal kind of fire, but it is hot. Goopy. He breathes lava.
And then he gets
an adult version of the floor is lava. The floor is cum. You can step on it, but you know. That's funny. That's a sketch. Anyway.
I hate this. Yeah, this was way worse than
you don't. Osmosis Jones fighting Godzilla penis.
I feel like you should have went Osmosis Jones and then switched the disease they were fighting. Not that he's getting. Fucked in
homosexuality. Christian Osmosis Jones.
Yeah, they have to go to the brain and fight off the demons.
Yeah,
they go really religious. Totally drops all the.
It's Satan. Yeah. Osmosis Jones, you foiled me again. I'll go back to hell.
Yeah. Yeah. Surprisingly, the cure to this disease was him accepting Christ into his heart.
They were like Christian cells, like priest cells.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm your soul. It's like a blue thing, like Osmosis Jones just wearing the priest garb.
Yeah.
It's me, the Christian part of you. There's a little bit of me in all of you.
Yeah.
But some people worship the Quran and they destroy us. But not you, Osmosis.
Yeah. And he goes to the pill guy. He's like, is there something we can take for this giant monstrosity? He's like, there is one thing. And then they shock. It's electroshock therapy because he's gay. Just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, if only my parents had been colder.
The tough part about it is, if he's gay, all of his white blood cells are also gay. So Osmosis Jones would be gay. You don't know the thing about homosexuality.
If you're gay, all your cells are gay.
Gay too, yeah.
And they replicate, making you gayer. Gay people get gayer every day.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is, like, okay, so straight cancer are gay cells, and gay cancer is straight cells. Yeah, and your body just like
bisexual people have
are
months
immune.
to live.
Yeah, they're immune, or they're immune, or it's Two-Face, just Two-Face.
Yeah, that's why they call him that.
Yeah,
It's not even because of his face.
this is half of him is gay, but only he was bisexual, but like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like,
Yeah.
I don't. Please stop. And then the other half is very homophobic and religious.
The part that's all fucked up is because he ate puss one time. That's what it does to you. Yeah. He's got vagina face.
Yeah.
You didn't want to talk about the big penis being a Godzilla monster?
I put so much work into that to not make it awful.
It would be like Godzilla. You know how there's like Godzilla versus King Kong?
Yeah.
It would be the penis comes in as Godzilla, and then a huge shit goes to fight Godzilla. And the shit's like, "Ooh." And then, Godzilla's like,
And the sequel is, it's not Godzilla, it'd be like Mecha Godzilla. It's just a dildo.
yeah,
Mecha
gets
Mecha big penis.
versus more shits.
Yeah, it would be these really fun action-packed fight scenes.
Poopside and King of Diarrhea.
No, I like the idea that these really fun action-packed fight scenes with Osmosis Jones and all this crazy stuff, and then it just jumps out to Bill Murray getting fucked in the ass, like, oh!
I get to choose my product or my projects pretty selectively, and I picked this one. I only have an answering machine, and when they pitched Osmosis Jones 2, Bill Murray gets fucked in the ass, I said yes immediately, only because I like the poop monster. I like that there's a poop monster in my ass that fights the dick.
It's so stupid.
I played both roles. I'm doing an Eddie Murphy thing.
Oh, I say voices the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that everyone's shit has their own voice?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I actually love this, a dick being Godzilla and then the poop being...
I thought the Mechagodzilla thing was great.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I think this is honestly one of the more brilliant things we've done.
Yeah, and the prequel is a finger. They do a prequel. It's a finger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exploration. Mm-hmm. And they're like, at the end, it's a weird thing where it's like, it's done for now, but it's a bad omen. And then the next opening is the fucking... it would open with like... it would be black, and then slowly it would... It's the butthole getting fucking... Yeah, it would slowly open, and then a penis would come out and fucking... or crazy. It would do the same thing. It'd be a fucking sellout and do the same thing that fucking Insidious 2 did, where at the end there's just a jump scare and it's a penis coming out from behind the shoulder of Osmosis Jones.
Yeah. This actually reminded me of Avant Garde. Yeah. You just go downstairs and it's me, but I'm gay. And I have to face that.
Whoa.
You go downstairs and it's both your parents and they go, we know you're gay. I wasn't ready to tell you yet.
Yeah. Oh no.
I wonder if I can move that.
I don't know. That's good for
I
that.
could, but it would require a degree of work that I don't seem to be capable
you only
of.
are willing to spend the work to make our heads seem like they teleport around like obnoxious freaks.
Yeah, maybe I can pitch the podcast as that we do that.
Yeah.
That our heads like bounce around really fast.
It's a disability, and this is really helping out a community.
Yeah, we have teleportation Tourette's. And if you don't watch, it's racist.
Okay, so this is more of an improv one, but you are an astronaut, and there's a lot of firsts that have already been done, and you're trying to be the Armstrong of the first guy to jerk off on the moon. But your spacesuit doesn't really allow for that. So you're talking to an engineer and you're trying to like convince him to add an appendage to allow you to jerk off.
But not make it so obvious.
Yeah. You're like subtly trying to be the first man to jerk off on the moon because they totally would not let you do that. So
it's like the spacesuit's a totally vacuum sealed suit.
Yeah. So you got to somehow...
Yeah, I guess I would try. I mean, I guess... so obviously I'd be like, okay, if there's like an emergency where like...
I think I just keep going, well, how do I pee out of it?
Yeah, sure.
I need you to put a little, and they're like, no, it sucks up your pee. And you're like, what, in the suit? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Can you just have a zipper. I'm like, no, if you open the thing, it'll suck the vacuum of space will destroy your penis. No, I don't think you're saying the vacuum of space will suck my penis?
Suction will.
Yeah, I mean, sir, you can phrase it like that, but that's not, you're saying space will suck my penis.
Yeah. And they're like, well, you don't need
no, like it'll remove all the liquid, it'll suck all the liquid out of all the liquid out of my penis, you're saying.
All the
liquid I stored up on the 4-day trip to the moon where I had to sleep next to fucking Neil the whole time and be all quiet and only do this. No up and down, only squeezes. That's the rule we established. Me and old no up and down Neil. Yeah, maybe he tries to get him to put like a jack you off thing in the suit. You know,
he's like, no, because our thrusters will be weaker, so we'll need to lessen the load on the return trip. So we have to reduce the weight. What if I nut?
I would love like a guy who's like, the ship's leaving and he's stuck on the moon and he's got to find a way to thrust and he's like, there's low gravity.
I was gonna go at the end of the movie The Martian direction. Where he pokes a hole in the suit. Just fucking comes and
if I come at 10 miles an hour, I'll fly to. No, you won't. That's not how it works. Yes, I will. Never tell me the odds.
And he's like, it's slightly off. He's like, shit, wrong angle. Quick. Gotta get the second one.
Yeah, this has been a dirty episode.
Yeah, it has been a really dirty episode. I mean, that's what we learned from Nathan being on that. Maybe I'm the thing that is. I always imagined you were the one that was the dirty one. Maybe I
just did 2 episodes. They were really not that dirty.
Damn.
I think it's just you haven't done it in a while.
You think so? You think that's the problem? I feel like I've had some not dirty.
No, you've been heinous. I mean, what if a guy just wanted like you have a glove and he's like, well, where's the penis part of the suit? Well, it'll just be like normal pants. He's like, no. Like make a penis.
Yeah.
Like a mold that my penis fits in perfectly.
They're doing this spacesuit. And he's like, can you just get it tighter? Like more taut. Just on the whole.
Yeah. You can't see my bulge.
Yeah. I have a really.
I'm on the moon and I'll have no bulge.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
One small step for man, one huge cock for Neil.
It's hammer time.
Yeah.
He's just an astronaut that thinks he's just a huge cock. He's like, dude, that suit, it won't fit my dick. Dude, you gotta make it.
If I could ask Neil Armstrong one question, it would be, do you get bathtub penis in space?
I don't know how it works. It's
like, Neil, yes. Did you get bathtub penis? When I say bathtub penis, do you know exactly what I'm talking about?
Yeah, where it's like semi-floaty.
Yeah, where it's like one of those old school landmines or like water mines, that are like a chain and a ball that just sort of float there.
Yeah. They're like, space, how do you figure out what is up and what is down? They're like, oh, easy.
Bathtub penis.
Yeah. Women cannot.
Bathtub penis, no matter where you are in space, up.
Yeah.
True up.
Yeah, it is the astronaut's compass. That's what we call our dicks.
But we can't get hard.
No.
If you ever get hard, you will be lost.
The thing about space is you stay soft. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we practice months of train. We do the spinny chamber thing, and then we have to watch porn and stay soft. They check.
Yeah, they spin you around in one of those centrifuge things while porn is happening.
And you're like, ah! They wouldn't let me go on the mission. My dick was just too powerful.
It's the random word generator challenge.
Wait, you're going to do the points? Does that mean I'm doing all of it? Or what? How does this work?
Here we go. Random word generator challenge.
Okay, don't explain it to me.
See who can get the most riffs. I will decide on points. Offender polish.
It's blackface.
Oh, sure. Blackface. Offender polish, blackface. I was going to say it's like nail polish, and then it has like fucked up stuff.
Yeah, it's nail polish, but when you put it on,
what
it's
do they
black.
say?
It's a small person with blackface on. Oh.
Blackface is fun. Blackface is like very offensive, but describing it is not offensive.
Yeah.
Whereas rape, I find, is not that way.
That one's just more offensive. Okay, next question.
Printer budget.
Printer budget?
That's hilariously.
I don't want to.
Some guy who doesn't get. He's like, these things can print money. We can just print more money. No, you can't. Infinity dollars for my money print.
How many fake dollars did you print, Tom?
All right, printer budget.
Move your fucking elbow, dude. You're taking up all the goddamn space.
Convenience tenant. Lot lip. I mean, the alliteration of lot lip makes it seem like something fun should happen here, but I don't even know what they mean.
I like the idea of a lot of people with big lips. And you just go and you look at them, you're like, that's big. Why are they
I like a competitor to Big Lots, but it's Big Lips. And you're like, do you sell stuff? And they're like, no. Maybe kisses. You want to kiss?
pillow